Well, good evening and welcome to you. Always beautiful to come together in this way. And, I woke up this morning just feeling this immense power and grace and deepening in peace. I felt like as soon as I got out of bed, I felt like I'd just done a whole meditation retreat. and, and so it was a really blessing. It was a real blessing for me. So I hope some of you are feeling this as the retreat energies begin to descend this day and begin to arrive here in your home and your heart and your experience. And so for those of you who don't know, we're having a retreat this weekend. The official start is Friday morning, and I hope you can join February 7th through the 9th. And there's details on the website about that. Now, I want to point something out just before we start a meditation. I received a lovely email from Taylor, and he was sitting, and this idea came to him. It would be nice to do a meditation, every evening, for a week was his idea. I didn't tell Taylor this, but I had the same idea. I've had it come numerous times to me. And the beautiful thing is Taylor stepped up and he said, okay, let's do this. So he's been hosting this. And if you're interested, well, it started last Monday, but there'll be one more tomorrow night, Thursday night, and then I'll finish the rest of them off for the week, during the retreat. But there's details on the Fully Human, Fully Divine Sangha Facebook page. But the point here being, meditation, starts off as this practice where we sit, we're silent, we go inward, but then eventually we learn to listen, and we learn to listen to the truth and to act upon the truth. And as we choose to act upon the truth, the world will change for the better. And throughout history, humans have always thought of a new idea, a new philosophy, new political party, a new ideology that will save us all. And the mistake that all human beings make is we have faith in a dogma, in an ideology, something that is of the mind. And in this space of meditation, we sit down and we open and we experience the truth directly, moment by moment. It's intuitive, and it comes with this power, this intelligence of the divine. And so throughout our life, I'm inviting us to listen to this type of truth. On paper, communism is a magnificent idea. In reality, of course, quite destructive. On paper, capitalism, incredible idea. But in reality, well, it's a mixed bag. I say it's better than communism, but it's not the thing that's going to save us all. It's not the thing that's going to save us all. But when we sit and we open and God speaks to you directly, that's the thing that's going to save us. That's the thing that will save you. And as you share this gift with the world, it brings forth love, it brings forth peace, it brings forth compassion, it brings forth truth. And so I'm going to invite us to do just this, to listen to the call. And so right now, let's just close our eyes and open our hearts and get comfortable listening to the absolute primordial nature. So in order to get in touch with the absolute primordial nature, We have to silence the mind. And so let us breathe in and breathe out, inviting awareness to descend down out of the busyness of the mind and arriving here in the space of the heart, feeling the love, the radiance of the heart, the love, the radiance of your being. Before any thought, before any thinking arises. So we're breathing, feeling, softening. And for some of us, we may notice that we have some complications in the heart, whether that's tightness or tension or conflicted emotions. And I invite you to feed your conflict to the night sky, the great peace, the vast emptiness. So if there's any drama within your psyche, any division, any confusion, any angst, any fear, almost like you're lifting it up and just giving it back to life, to the silence, to the stillness. As you breathe, as you feel, as you soften, as you open, we're trusting this vast silence, this vast stillness. There's plenty of space, plenty of patience, plenty of receptivity for you to give it anything and it will just gobble it up. That peace, that stillness is always greater than any personal drama that moves through our psyche, moves through our body. So with every breath, surrendering the mind, every exhale, surrendering our emotional nature, all the while immensely welcoming this great peace, this light, this radiance, this spaciousness. Every inhale, we open to great peace. and letting go. And letting go. Listening to the silence. Melting, merging. Into this immensity. And finding your way in this space of meditation. So you may notice tension behind the heart, the shoulders. And so we surrender here. You may notice tightness, tension in the wrists or the elbows. Sometimes in the center of the palm. Sometimes it's almost like we just are gripping, like we're holding on to a rope, but there's no rope here. And so if we notice this, we soften, we breathe. We trust that it is safe. It's healing, it's freeing to let go. Softening in the jaw and behind the eyes. The surface of the heart, the center of the heart. Inviting each breath to liberate all these little pockets of tension, these little habitual pockets of holding or resisting. Anytime we find a new one, we might just smile. Just a sense of like, I don't need to be tense. I don't need to be tight. I don't need to resist. I don't need to guard. I'm just sitting here with an open heart, an open mind, breathing deeply and fully into the belly. Sometimes it can be helpful just to smile at the whole setup, being an angel, a Buddha, stuffed into a neurotic, fearful human body. And so we break down the walls, the habitual holding. We breathe, we feel, we soften, we open, we smile. We invite ourselves to be restored to our natural, silent nature, radiant nature, peaceful nature. So softening the solar plexus, and again, we can smile. Most of us have like this egoic warrior in the solar plexus that thinks it needs to go out and fight. Fight with all the people in this world, or fight with traffic, fight with Twitter, fight with Facebook, fight against our family, our sister or brother who wronged us. Just like as we sit, sometimes we just laugh, we smile, saying, I don't need to fight. I don't need to struggle. I'm here to open, to love, to be love. Yeah, so with each and every breath, softening, opening, melting. Inviting the mind to fall open, inviting the mind to restore, to be restored to its primordial nature. Vast, spacious, open. Our mind is actually nourished by stillness, by emptiness. Noticing and experiencing immense space of freedom through in and throughout the space we call the mind, and through in and throughout the space we call the body. Be open to this vast, spacious freedom. The freedom beyond name, beyond form, beyond gender, beyond age, beyond conditioning. A freedom which is fundamental and essential to our nature. So again, opening more fully in the heart, surrendering any holding, any emotionality, any grasping, efforting. If you feel right into the center of the heart, notice supreme innocence. And so I invite you to see if you can open simultaneously to this vast spaciousness, emptiness, and freedom. And at the same time, just feeling this point of innocence, of love, in the space of the heart. And when you first come into contact with it, it may seem really small and like this childlike innocence and purity. But as you open to it, I'd find that this love begins to grow. This innocence grows and becomes quite immense. And actually begins to expand and spread out into this vastness, into this freedom. Begin to see the true nature of the heart. It doesn't need to be guarded or protected or be hid away in some egoic blanket of shame or guilt or protection, but rather when you open to it, give it free range and restore its authority. See, this love is quite immense. You feel this massive column of light awaken within you, and you don't feel like just a little child anymore. So let's welcome this great immensity of love. light, strength, power. That is your heart. You may even notice this great emptiness, spaciousness, actually becoming quite full. Full of light, full of love, full of radiance. And I encourage you to smile at the recognition that this light, this love, this radiance is you. Is you. It's easy here on planet Earth to get confused, to misidentify with the smallness of our egoic mind, or trauma, or the beat up parts, the wounded parts, the critical parts. But in this moment, let's shed all that. Let's cast all that off. Let us open to our essential nature. This immense space, and emptiness, this love, this radiance, this fullness. Of course, let us now open more fully in the Hara. And again, just out of unconscious habit, I can feel in the room that many people are gripping here in the Hara. Just something that our ego does, is it thinks it needs to resist or try to control. And so we're softening, we're opening, we're deepening. Might even feel as if this love from the heart that has awoken this column of light, inviting some of this love to descend down into the heart, to comfort any fear, to bring a sense of ease, a sense of trust. Together as a song, let us open here. For some of you, it might feel like you're trying to enter a cave with just a giant boulder, for a door. So we invite God just to push that boulder out of the way. Let us open into this divine mystery, this depth. Entry into the Hara requires a willingness to surrender the deeper egoic drives of survival, clinging, fear, aggressiveness, so sometimes here it takes a Christ-like courage. Open and to let go of the ego's deeply cherished protection devices and control switches, control modes. It takes a Christ-like courage, but I'm going to invite some great sense of innocence to come online. I don't want this to be like a war. I want it to be like opening to the mystery of the night sky. It's big, it's vast, it's beautiful, it's deep, it's wide. It's okay, it's sweet that we don't understand the universe. It's sweet that it's a divine mystery. Brings an element of magic, of wonder, of awe, humility. And so together, let us open with humility. Trusting in the innate goodness of life. deep within the Hara, even deep into the root. I notice this great power coming online. So as we open to this mystery, first it seems like we are witnessing the mystery. But as we open from deep in the Hara, deep in the root, we come to understand that you are this mystery. You are this universe. You are all of creation. Vast, spacious, free, empty, yet radiant. Empty, and so utterly full of light, of power, of depth. I invite you to imagine that your abdomen, your pelvis, your legs, your feet, almost like they're sinking down into the earth. It's like a tree. Half of it is in the earth, held, nurtured, supported, but is also a part of the earth. Opening, opening, opening. Deepening, opening. So as we continue to open, set the intention to prepare the field. As the energies of the retreat begin to come more fully into our lives. Let's bring all of ourself into alignment. Let's honor and respect this immense grace which is here. Let's bow and worship the divine in all her glory. Let's choose to consciously co-create with the divine. Om Namo Shivaya. Om Namo Shivaya. Om Namo Shivaya. Shivaya Namo. So gently bringing the palms to the heart, inviting the divine to come more fully into your life, to work through you, to speak through you, to act through you. Oh Lord, give us the strength to come into full alignment with your truth, with your will, with your light and love. Yes, that all beings be uplifted, all beings be supported, all beings be blessed by this immense light, love, and truth that you are. And so much love to each of you. And, please, I want us to really honor what Taylor's brought forth, this recognition he wrote to me about preparing the ground, preparing the field for the retreat. And, I will tell you that this will be helpful for me. So if you show up to the retreat and you're peaceful and at ease and open, retreat is much easier. It's much easier for the divine to flow into us. If you show up scattered and all over the place and energies here and there and still at work, and that can be a little bit more difficult for you to work through. And so while you're here, let's be present. And in one sense, The whole spiritual path is about preparing the ground, preparing the ground, preparing the field for something greater to come, to flow, to embody, to live through us. And so may it be done. May it be so. Good night, everyone. So beautiful to be with you. See you again soon. See you Friday.